Hello everyone, my name is Billy and today we're going to be talking about what is a large language model. Imagine you're a detective trying to track down a criminal. You decide to look at clues and patterns from previous cases to figure out what the criminal is going to do next. Well, that's sort of what a large language model does, but with words and sentences instead. It's like a super smart detective, but instead of solving crimes, it's predicting what to say next in a sentence. Now, you probably have used a large language model before, especially with the huge popularity of ChatGPT, which is one of the most viral and popular large language models currently out there. But you've probably been using large language models for years without even realizing, using apps such as Siri, Alexa, or Google Assistant. Now, the way they work is that if you ask Siri to tell a joke, it doesn't use a joke from a joke book, but uses the data it's been trained on to come up with a joke. Now, to explain large language models a little bit further, we have to get a tiny bit technical, but don't worry, I'll keep it simple. So you know how a chef uses a cookbook to learn how to make a dish, right? Well, building a large language model like ChatGPT is kind of like that, but instead of a cookbook, it uses a massive amount of text data from books, websites, and other places such as social media. This is what we call training data. Just like how a chef learns to cook by making different dishes and following different recipes, ChatGPT learns to predict the next word in a sentence by looking at millions of examples in its training data. It's like if a chef was trying to guess the next ingredient based on recipes that they've already cooked. Now, let's talk about something called a neural network. Sounds a bit fancy, right? So you know how our brains has billions of neurons that work together to help us think, learn, and make decisions. Well, a neural network is kind of like a mini brain for computers. Just like different parts of our brain are responsible for different tasks, a neural network has different layers. Each layer has a specific job. The first layer might pick up a simple thing like letters in a word, the next layer might recognize the word itself, the next layer might understand the meaning of the sentence that word is in, and so on and so on. And just like how our brain learns from experience, a neural network learns from data. The more data we feed it, the smarter it becomes. And that's how ChatGPT and other large language models are built and trained. It's a lot of learning, a lot of guessing, and a lot of nudging. But the end result is a super smart language model that can chat, write, and even tell jokes. But it's not all fun and games. We have to be wary as AI and large language models do have their negatives. For example, there is many concerns around AI ethics. Due to AI not having any emotions and just being trained off large data sets from the internet, it could say things that are very offensive. They also make mistakes, so it's important that we don't put full trust into applications like ChatGPT. There are many benefits for and against AI, and I'm sure that we can start an interesting debate in the comments. I hope that today you learned something new about AI and large language models. And the next time you use a large language model, remember, it's not magic, it's technology.